Welcome back to City Online. Peter Coleman, Judy Rebick. Let's go back to the phones, and Wayne is with us next. Hi, Wayne.
Hi, Ann. How are you today?
How are you doing? It's good to hear from you.
Always good to talk to you.
Thank you.
I found the discussion very interesting, of course. My position is that by the Conservatives saying that they're going to abandon Canada's stated objectives with Kyoto, it's turning every one of us into a liar. Every Canadian was represented by Jean Chrétien when he signed the Kyoto Treaty or the Accord. So by going back on our word, it's every one of us that's going back. And Mr. Harper makes a big deal about reestablishing Canada's position on a world stage. Well, all this does is make us all liars. It's a horrible position to be taking.
Why is Harper so soft and some might even say negligent when it comes to the Kyoto Accord?
Well, I think the average Canadian needs to really know what's going on with the Kyoto Accord too. I mean, we're so far over the limits, and the Liberals knew that too. I mean, I think you have to have a reasonable debate, and greenhouse gases are an issue, and some people are concerned about air pollution and smog more than greenhouse gases, but you have to bring China and India into the piece.
Do you bring in George Bush and the United States as well, and that relationship between Harper and Bush?
Harper is against Kyoto is because Bush is against Kyoto. That's all there is to it. There's nothing, there's no other argument. I mean, Kyoto should be a good issue for the Conservatives. Now that they've accepted climate change as a problem, they could say, look, Kyoto, it was the Liberals who signed Kyoto and then didn't do anything about it. And that is but they don't do that. They say we can't meet Kyoto, so forget Kyoto. The rest of the world supports Kyoto. We have not met our targets. I agree with the caller. And the way to solve that is to say, okay, we haven't met our targets, now we're going to do everything we can to meet
How interesting. You know, I'd asked you both whether you felt that the throne speech and all the rhetoric after seemed that they were talking over Canadians. And Wayne just said this makes every Canadian a liar. You know, it's interesting how you brought Canada and every citizen into this discussion, Wayne.
I think that's the whole point. We just saw an election in Ontario with just over 50% of the electorate out there. We're not responsible, and we're not taking... I hear everybody complaining about the fact that we might be going to another election so soon, but, I mean, isn't this a small price to pay compared to what other people fight for in a democracy? I mean, this is astounding that we hear about, oh, this is not a good move politically for the Liberal Party. It has nothing to do with the politics. It's what is the right thing to do, and they have to do what they were elected to do, which is vote against this throne speech.
So, wow, I mean, phrased extremely succinctly by a citizen of this country. Wayne, thank you very much.
Yeah, and I think Dwayne's making a great point. I mean, the reason people are so cynical about politics is that politics becomes a game. You know, I remember not that long ago, maybe 15 years ago, when a throne speech came out, we discussed the issues in the throne speech. Now all we discuss
is strategy.
Now all we discuss is he going to bring down the government? Isn't he going to bring down the government? And we never discuss the issues. There's no substantive debate anymore. And I think people are getting tired of it.
That's what Harper did. He laid the issues out for people to look at. And I think that's what the debate should start now.